Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com.
Yeah, so what I'm saying here is, first of all, the question was how the Maven works and take care of the dependency management. So for that, remember the dependencies can be external or internal. Internal I'll talk about during the next or no Artifactory session. External I'm talking about. So typically what external repository they have it, this one, central repo we call it. So what happens? Maven read the pom.xml, read the dependency, and also would get it from the local repo. Get it from local repo. So if found, load into the JVM. Let's say if it's not found, then what happens? Then go to the central repo, download it from there to local repo, and then load into the JVM. Let me show you. So here I'm deleting it. This guy I'm deleting it all together. See, I deleted 3.8.1 in front of you. I deleted from the local repo. Now I will run this code one more time. Look at this ambient test, because package also you'll call, no problem, but test is the it's specified, right? So Maven test. Now you see here download will happen. Just wait for a few seconds. See here downloading. Look at this. So they're downloading and then downloading to where? Local repo. 3.8.1 has come or not? See here, last one. Look at the timestamp date modified. Okay, and then finally, rest of the things will happen. Okay. Yeah, like a pulling. Yeah. So here, who will do all this stuff? That has a Maven has a quality for it. So again, please read it. Maven, the moment you call the goal, they will read the pom.xml, read the dependency. If any, get it from the local repo. Not found, they'll download from the central repo and to local repo and they'll load into the JVM. If you have internal library, we'll talk about in Artifact. Okay. So did you understand that how the Maven works with the in terms of dependencies management tool? All of you? Okay. So guys, here I said pom.xml will contain the coordinates, which you know, it will contain the dependencies also. Now, if you want to extend the functionality of Maven, you can have a plugins also. Plugins, using that you can extend the functionality. Now, we will use the plugin concept in Jacoco session somewhere here, or let's say SonarQube. I don't know whether it has been used or not, but we'll see that. Okay, now it has a properties also and many other stuff will have, so you'll understand that one by one. So let me show you here one project anatomy. So here Maven pom.xml example. Okay, so I was having this file, but I'm not able to recall where it is. So Google is the best one. Google is not best one. Let me. So this is the complete file, but you know what? They have not at a one place. They have explained you in a detailed one. So that's the problem. I don't want to. Huh. So look at this here again. Same thing. Group ID. These are the coordinates. This is the dependency. So I think this I already talked about it. Let me show you in the slides itself. Look at this. Understand that pom.xml. So here you will have a coordinate. So first few information is called coordinates, like name, packaging, group ID, artifact ID, version. Then you will have a parent pom. That means one pom can load another pom also. So how do you declare? So you declare the parent element. Then you can call the multiple modules also, that below the parents you can see the multiple module. You can declare the properties also. So let me show you here. See that multiple module you can declare that in the pom.xml. Properties you can, just a second. Properties also you can declare. Look at this here. These are the properties. Hibernate.version, which is a property which you declare the value with the 3.3.0.g. How do you call the property? Look at the bottom section. Dollar curly braces hibernate.version. So that is how you define the properties. And dependency, which I have shown you. Build configuration, if you want to customize a little bit of Maven, then you use the build component. That's all. So this is the way you can get started with Maven, and ultimately what you need to do is compile, test, package, install, deploy. These are the things you have to do. Any questions, guys? Yeah. So just a second. pom.xml parent tag example. It will call the parent pom. So let me check. I should be having it. The problem is the internet is not supporting. See here. So this is the parent one example. Group ID. Um, Here, this is the parent pom. So parent, it's not a jar file. Remember, I said right. Packaging, you have a 4 kind of packaging. I hope you remember. Where is that? Here. So jar, var, er, and pom. So when you call the parent, so basically it's getting called pom.xml. So pom.xml also will be located in the some path. You're going to call that. This is also called the parent one. So parent pom will be some other projects, and their pom.xml which is versioned with this one. Okay, if you see that here, look at my screen here. Go to the repository. Where is that? JUnit. JUnit. This is central repo 3.8.1, the one which I was using. See here, this is the parent pom. So if you want to call this pom.xml as a dependencies for that, uh, so you can same coordinates you will use, but you will have to use in the parent one. If you use the dependency, then it will download this guy. Are you understanding this? Yeah, more questions, guys? My internet is slow today.
Does
Yeah,
parent
more questions?
yeah, on the parent POM, does the parent POM call multiple POM XML files?
Yes. So typically what happens, I'll put it in this way. Let's understand that parent POMs cases, huge cases, parent POM huge cases. Okay, what happens? Let's say there's one organization which is called Adobe. Okay, now Adobe, this spelling mistake, huh? Adobe has a multiple product. They have a 200 products, right? They have a 200 products. Now some of the information they want to controlled from one place. What kind of information? So for example, they want to control the org name org name, or they want to they want to do copyright statement, or they want to control, let's say, what else, website name, something like that. So some common information. So what they do, they generate a parent pom. Parent pom, uh, basically it's a pom.xml only. They generate and they declare all these things in the parent pom. Okay, They declare everything, all the properties in the parent POM. Now what happens? Now these all properties is declared. Now for that, let's say Photoshop is one of the product, right? So instead of hard coding that, you call this in the Photoshop pom.xml, you call this as a parent POM, this whole location, and automatically all these variables will be loaded in the pom.xml. So this is the way you can call, you can declare in a parent pom.xml common information, and some module you can load as many you want it, wherever you want it. Make sense?
Yes.
More questions, guys? You have to, in the child Asmit Tadash, in the child pom.xml, you have to declare the parent pom, the one which is here, the screenshot. More questions, guys? Okay. Last topic which I'm going to show you here is module. How do you convert into the modules? That is very simple actually. Let me do that. So module, because pom.xml has a module also, right? So what I'm going to do is, look at my screen. So this is the chat module. This is chat module, yeah, and this is the mail module. Now what I'm going to do is mail module. Now here I am going to copy pom.xml. This I'm going to call this artifact ID and all will not be there. Okay, so group ID will not be there. This dependency is not required. Now I'm going to have a module. So just a second. I'm going to copy the code. So Maven mod pom.xml module. I'm just going to declare the module. No, I clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, up. It was there. Here it is. So let's copy this whole things, and I just need this module, and below the coordinates. So group ID is not required, but you can give it artifact ID, version and all. POM. This has to be packaging POM. So module is declared. Okay. So now I have a modules, right? Two modules in my directory. So chat and mail. So here, this is a chat and this is a mail. So I created two projects. This will be common. This can be anything, whichever you want. Now type has to be, packaging has to be pom.xml if it is a module wise, and this website name and all stuff like that, you can feed it up. This is done. Now inside this mail, I have to modify this one because I copy paste, right? So I have to modify this. So here, let's say this is the product version released one. This is the mail. That's all. Remaining things, let it be same. Done. So now from now here, I'm going to call this module. So multiple module you can call this. So how do you run this module? So module, how do you run this module? See, I'm missing the command line options, but not to worry. I have a help file. Oh, sorry, made a mistake. So I'm missing the command line. How do you call the module? But -h for help, and it will give you all these options along with the module name. So do you see -m somewhere? Just a second. Single modules calling. I'm not able to recall it. Okay, leave it right now. So what you're going to do, look at my screen, all of you. I have a two projects, which is chat and mail in this. So what I'm going to do, so you're going to what you you're going to module you're going to compile both chat and mail. So ambient compile. Now it will compile everything, but I wanted to do one thing, so I'll just find here. Let me complete this. There's some parameters which is there, which will. So now you see here, it's a chat compilation is happening. Okay, and after that, and chat is still happening, compilation done. And you see here, chat has happened. Just a second. Ambient compile. So chat is this one. This is chat, and mail has happened here. Okay, so see, look at my screen here. This is the chat. Okay, you see here, this is a chat, and here if you look at it very carefully, where is that? Hmm, here, look at this. Okay, and look at it carefully here. This is the mail. Both we compiled. Now my challenge is, can we do the single module? I'm not able to recall that command exactly. So ambient build single module. So that command I'm not able to get it. For that, what should be done is, and then okay, the PL. Okay, they are saying this is a cheating, that's not there. So what is a P means? P for profile. Okay, P for profile. No, this is not the good, this is not good. P for profile, I have not introduced the profile. B AM. So okay, PL project, build the specific project instead of all project. Okay, is this something like that? Just a second, hold on. So I have to build this command, mvn, let's say compile. Only one I want to call PL, PL for project. Which project? Mail project. And hyphen AM for also make. Okay, let's try.
Rajesh, I have a quick question about like the POM module doesn't, because I've deployed like wars, ears, and jars, but the POM packaging doesn't. How is it similar to like those three packages?
Okay, just a second. Yeah, so here you see I call this mail module. Now it has called only main module. So this is the way you can do that. That's not a problem. Yeah, now questions what you ask is, can you please repeat one more time for me? I just
Yeah,
missed it.
so it's a basic question is that I understand what jar, like ear, like I've seen jars deployed. They make a program. Ears make like a program. Wars make a program. But I'm not sure what but what does the POM like package do? Does it do the same thing as the other three, or it seems to be different? Because when we looked at the JUnit, it had the .pom. Or like, is that package different from the other packages?
No. Here what I did, just understand this. Here, here, remember, this is the master pom.xml.
Right.
Just a second, where is that? This is the master pom.xml. I'm calling two modules here. It can 20 modules or you can call. So here I cannot package for entire thing into one. Chat has a jar, mail may have a var, but this has to be pom itself because it's a pom. I don't want to create a package. Okay, so when you declare the pom, that means you are saying it's a parent one. It's a parent one.
Mhm.
Okay, This is the parent one. You can call this as a parent, and in this also you can call it in a parent. Now POM, when you declare the packaging type POM, that means this file getting stored whenever you deploy or install, or whenever you archive or whatever it is, this file getting stored. Okay, so that's a POM type.
Yeah,
Nothing but this content.
yeah, and it's that content, but it's just that what the POM can do is that it is because you can have modules that are like jars, you can have modules that are ears, but the POM packaging can and the parent POM can pull both, or like it can deploy like jars or like ears simultaneously.
POM typically we don't deploy. POM we use for the only two scenarios. POM type we use for the parent calling from the child. This
Hmm.
is a parent. So calling from the child, or calling the module, each module. These are the
Okay.
two use cases which we use it.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I want to know. Thanks. That
Yeah. More questions, guys? Okay. So now I'm going to recap this stuff. I told you, right? Everything is done by Maven. I didn't do anything. So just you need to know how it works. So basically, what is Maven? It's a build management tool, project management tool from Apache, open source, free, written in Java, latest version 3.x, and it has a built-in dependencies management system, the one which we already discussed. Yes, typically it can do a hell lot of things, but nowadays the scope of the Maven has been limited because of the growing complexity in the projects, and we have a different tools for different things. Other tools also we do talked about it, how Maven works. We know that Maven core, we have a plugins, different plugins. Core plugins we have, let's say 30 to 40. Community plugins we have thousands, depends on use cases. Why Maven? To automate everything. How it works, basically how it works. So Maven has a concept of lifecycle to manage your project, Java project. Remember, Java project, not a .NET project. So it has a concept of life cycles. What are the life cycles? Default, site, clean. Can you write your own life cycle? Yes, but we don't do that typically. Which are the phases here? Popular phases we have. This one, how do we call those phases? Goal we have, how this goal is being powered by the core plugins and stuff like that. How to install Java, how to install Maven, how to verify Maven, how to decide your project coordinates, and then create a skeleton, commit that code, that skeleton code to the Git, let the programmers do the work, let the QA people do the work, and everyone, programmer, operations, testing team, they'll keep running Maven compile, Maven test, Maven packaging, and blah blah blah, and they'll be keep managing the POM files for the dependencies and all other stuff, and then that is how this whole things will work together. So everyone has to know only these command, that's all. No other transitions needed. Make sense, all of you? Now, when it comes for the dependencies management, I talked about the external dependencies, that through the local repo, and then through the central repo, and that all these inbuilt capabilities you have in the Maven, and this is how they work on it. Any questions, guys? All of you?
yes, like when you're doing the modules, is this like what I typed into chat, the MVM install tac PL chat tac AM? Is that what we'd run to just compile a single module?
Single module, yes. Yeah, this is the one. So they are saying typically PL means project,
Hmm.
AM means also make, and this B is a module name. So I put it up
Hmm.
that one.
Okay. Okay. So okay, and okay, so it's the same thing. Okay, so okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that works. Okay.
Typically you won't do that single module because you create a profile, but yeah, that's up on you.
Okay.
Okay, there's one question in that. Using plugins, can I use third-party tools if there are specific plugin coordinates in there in my application? Yes. If you have to, first of all, if you are using some of the external functionality in Maven, like a Jacoco, which I'll show you that one in Jacoco session. So in that we will include the Maven, we'll include the Jacoco plugin, and then we can call their goals. Understand that? understand that. I'll put it in this way. See here, right now, when I call the maven compile, basically this particular jar file is being called. But I want more goals. I want more plugins. So how do you do that? Declare the plugins in the pom.xml, and then you will get lots of custom goals like this. So you can call it. So yes, for the Jacoco and SonarCube, we have a plugin. SonarCube also have plugins for it. Jacoco also have plugins for it. So for that SonarCube, the goal name is Sonar. Ambient Sonar. Let me show you here. Maven Sonar is a goal name. So if you, but you have to install the plugins also. I'll show you that one. Just a second. Hold on. So if you want to add a Maven plugin, that means adding the capability of what do you say? Maven, SonarCube in the Maven. So you have to add this in the setting.xml and this in the pom.xml. Okay, these two things, and finally Sonar somewhere it should be on top. Here it is. Yeah, very good questions. The profile typically you will not come across, but let me talk about it because it's coming again and again. Profiles is happening like this. There's a one pom.xml. Okay, let me create a flow. When you run ambient compile, okay, then what happens? Maven has some default configuration. Understand that configuration set by the tool itself. Some default configuration, but that is inbuilt default configuration, which is inbuilt. Okay, but what about if you want to modify? What about if you want to modify? So that we call it a custom profile, custom config. So the custom config you have to modify, right? So you have to modify setting.xml. Now the question is, where is the setting.xml? So typically you will find the setting.xml in your repository, which is here. It's not there, no problem. Another place you'll find is the place where you install Maven. Second place, which is conf location. Multiple locations are there. I'm not teaching you. So here you will find it. See setting.xml. That means any behavior you want to change of Maven, you have to modify this file. Now next thing is, next question was, what is a profile? So what happens in a dev, you run the same ambient compile. Okay, understand that. But what do you want? The some property. Understand that, very simple. Some property plus plugins. Okay, you want to use for dev and for some property and plugins you want to use for the QA environment. Different one, different property and different plugins you want to use for the dev and QA. So what to do in this case? So in that case, what you will have to do, you need to go to setting.xml and set the profile for dev and QA. How? Let me show you. See here, this is the profile. It has been set. Look at this. How many profiles you have? Only one profile, Sonar. Only one profile. So you can have a Sonar instead of Sonar dev and QA, and whatever the property you want to set, you can set this. Okay, now after setting the dev and QA profile, now if you do the Maven compile, then it will run the default. But when you do the Maven compile -p dev, then it will load all this property and plugin. When you call -p means plugins, okay, sorry, profile, and the QA, then it will load only these property and plugins. So if you see here, there is a ID, I mean profile name is Sonar, right? Now how they are calling, look at this here. Look at this here. They are calling like this. Where is that? Oh, they have made the default they have made the default profile, actually. That's the reason. Yeah. So -p, let me show you. This command line is not available here, but load the screen, mvn -h. You see -p somewhere. See here, activate profile. Okay, hyphen capital P, sorry, hyphen capital P. So you can use this hyphen capital P and load that one. So typically all this thing you do in the setting.xml. So because you are a dev team right now, you won't play much with the profile, but sometime you use the same environment for everything. Nowadays we don't use that actually. But earlier we used to use it same environment, QA, dev, everyone used to use a different profile. Then in that case, it will be helpful for you. Make sense?
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.